Welcome to The Point of View by Harbinger Systems. My name is Jomi John, and I'm the host of the series where we will answer some of the most frequently asked questions in HR tech and in health tech, backed, of course, by Harbinger's own research and experience in this area. In today's point of view, we will talk about how to make healthcare integrations easy and discuss some of the key integration challenges faced by health tech companies in this area and how they can define a really good integration strategy based on their product needs. So let me just introduce my co-host Prashant, who has over 2 decades of experience in engineering, management, and business development of software products, especially in the healthcare space. And both of us will be talking with Pankaj, who is a senior business and technology leader who has helped consult many such health tech companies in the areas of data engineering and integration. A very warm welcome to you, Pankaj, and to you as well, Prashant.
Thank you, Jomi. And for the sake of our viewers, Jomi herself has more than a decade of experience in consulting in the healthcare space as well as in the general technology space.
Thanks for that introduction, Prashant. And I think let's just dive in. I think this topic is especially important, and if let me just bring up a very important, concept for everybody to understand. The healthcare integration space is especially important for three important type of users, which is providers, patients, as well as payers. As you can see, the provider space, needs to talk to different types of systems. For example, labs to pharmacy systems to workforce management systems, as well as other remote patient managing systems, and so on. The possibilities are many. The same applies for payer systems. Basically, these are your insurance companies that need to integrate with benefit management systems, with reconciliation systems, to clearing systems, and so on. So as you can see, the integration space is vast and also complex, and I think that's why the topic is really important. In fact, I came across a very interesting statistic that was published by HIMSS this year on healthcare integration, which has some really alarming numbers. One of them says that 85% of integration projects are not completed on time. 49% of people feel that integration challenges directly has an impact on patient care, and about 62% of people feel that there is some level of dissatisfaction in the entire health tech products space. So I'm looking at you, Prashant, when I'm quoting all these statistics, because you have dealt with many such integration projects, and I really want to know from you, is this true, and why is it so?
Yes, Jomi, it is in fact true.
Hmm.
Healthcare integrations are complex in nature.
Hmm.
Firstly, there are a huge number of healthcare systems that need to be integrated with each other.
Hmm.
On top of this, there are many ways to do the integrations because there are several standards and protocols of integration.
Hmm.
In addition, data security and privacy concerns are important. You have to be compliant with the laws. And there are several platform players which offer ready connectors. So you have a choice also. And then there is a growing demand for integration. So there is lots of data. So there is the data volume that we have to think of. And also, we have to have maintenance and upgrade scenarios to be considered. So overall, it is very challenging to define the correct integration strategy. And I can keep talking, there are so many things.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot to discuss about this, and but we don't have a lot of time today. But however, we want to know whatever there is to it, and so I'm going to just steal a minute from Pankaj. And Pankaj, we know you have implemented many of such healthcare integration projects yourself. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the healthcare integrations that come into play, and some more details about these projects that our audience can hear and understand a little bit more about them.
Sure, sure. Thanks, Jeremy, for this interesting question. First of all, thanks for inviting me to this point of view. It's always great to be part of these sessions and share experience with everyone else out there. Health tech integration is like a big topic, and there are n number of integrations possible in healthcare. And we saw in your slide also, even with the payer system or provider system, there are like n number of systems like you can integrate. Some popular integration examples are integration of physician system with the labs, the clinics, or maybe with the pharmacy or a payer system. I remember a recent example where we have integrated an EHR system with a pharmacy and pharmacy system with a Pyxis system for automated medication dispensing. So here, in this particular example, once the med order is signed in CPOE, which is computerized physician order entry, it reaches Pyxis for dispensing the right medicine. And here, if you can see, we have also handled a scenario like if Pyxis does not have the requested medicine, it automatically sends the request to in-house pharmacy for manual dispensing of medicines.
Mhm.
And for the same customer, we have also done pharmacy integration with a drug database,
Mhm.
which helps physicians or nurses to take better decisions. And here we have done this integration with First Data Bank, which is a popular database for drugs and medical devices. And this was an API based integration that helps to take decisions related to drug interaction, drug allergy interaction, drug food or drug dosage interactions and all. And so this is like a classic example where an EHR system is integrated with pharmacy and pharmacy is integrated with Pyxis, which is a medical device. And pharmacy is also integrated with First Data Bank, which is a drug database for drug related decisions. So we have also published a blog on healthcare integration, and a link of that is shared in the comment sections. And we have like many such examples like integration of physician system with third party system or with CMS or with government systems or even with the wellness or healthcare IoT devices. So there are like many examples that our team have completed.
Thanks, Pankaj. Now that we have talked about challenges and examples, can you throw some light on how these integrations are different and how one should architect the integration such that it is scalable, secure, as well as fits the budget?
Okay. That's a very important question, Prashant. And if the integration is not architected properly, it turns out to be a disaster. And later, one needs to redo the things, which is a very costly affair in integration. So it's very important to consider all aspects very carefully while designing the integration and not just consider the current needs, but also keep in mind the future integration needs and ensure that the integration solution is extendable and scalable. Because today you may have a different need, but in future your needs could be different. The data volume will grow. You may like to integrate with many such labs or pharmacies. And then if your integration or the system is not architected properly, you may end up doing multiple point to point integrations and the maintenance cost could be very high.
True. And you spoke about this integration strategy, right? Is there a guided way or a list of parameters that you feel that will help someone define an integration strategy well?
Yeah, definitely. Like there are like a few parameters that we consider or keep in mind while designing the integration architecture.
Mhm.
Some of the most important parameters are or the questions that help us decide or guide the integration architecture are what kind of integration is this? Is this a data integration, a system integration, or a process integration? What data or information needs to be exchanged? What is is your data transfer is going to be unidirectional or it's bidirectional?
Mhm.
What is like your data exchange format? Are we going to make this as like a point to point connector, or is going to be one to many or many to many? So when I say point to point, it's like one source system and one destination system. So in one to many, it could be like one source and several destination. So one example could be one EHR system integrated with multiple labs or maybe with multiple pharmacy. The other parameters that helps us is like, are we going to create a custom connector or are we going to use any ready connector? Ready connectors like Mirth, Ansible, Rhapsody, or maybe are we going to use some iPaaS or enterprise service bus platforms like Dell Boomi, MuleSoft, Salesforce Health Cloud? And the other parameters that we consider is what is your timeline for this integration? So do we have time to create a custom connector or should we go with a readily available connector? And of course, the other important parameter is what is your budget for this integration?
Mhm.
And that helps you decide whether to go for an open source connector or a licensed one. And similarly, there are many more parameters that helps us to define the architecture of integration. And it varies from use case to use case.
True.
Wow, Pankaj, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Could we relate these parameters to your earlier examples, please?
Yes. So if I refer to my example of EHR pharmacy integration with the drug data bank, so it was a bidirectional integration where we have used Mirth Connect, which is an open source integration engine. And here we have used HL7 as the data exchange format. And we have done this using Happy Framework.
Wow, that's a lot of information, and that's a lot of work and effort that goes behind the scenes as well for any integration. So, Prashant, I just want to know from you, considering the effort that goes behind an integration, what do you think are the benefits for a health tech company investing in such kind of integration, especially with, like Pankaj said, point to point systems, or different types of such combinations that may arise as a result of the integration needed.
Well, there are several benefits, Jumi. A few important ones are, of course, what we are interested in is, which is the patient experience.
Mhm.
The patient experience is improved because now there is a one-stop shop for the data. More importantly is the quality of care. So, the quality of care is improved because there is more data and therefore there is better decision making.
Mm.
The other important benefit is being compliant with CMS. So something like MU2, will have penalties if data is not properly integrated. So definitely, being compliant is an important benefit. And ultimately, it is increased business opportunities because your software is easier to use and it also has a wider appeal. So these are some of the important benefits.
Yeah, absolutely, Prashant. I think these are like the great points. An integration like offers seamless data exchange between different healthcare systems to make healthcare more affordable and patient-centric. So integration needs to be architected very carefully, and it's a very important part of healthcare ecosystem.
Great. I think we've covered quite a lot today, and it's really interesting to know that there are multiple benefits that different stakeholders can have in this entire healthcare or health tech integration ecosystem. And what is essential and what is important is that a very specific and a scalable integration strategy is needed, so as to make that integration not just scalable but also secure, and also helps you in take care of costs in not just in the near term but in your future needs as well. Thank you so much, Pankaj and Prashant, for sharing your inputs here. And for our viewers, if you have any questions, feel free to write to us at consulting@harbingergroup.com, or you could also drop us a comment in the comment box below, and we'll try our best to respond to you as quickly as possible. If you are interested in many of such point of view sessions where we discuss, like I mentioned, all the frequently asked questions in different areas, you could also subscribe to our social media handles, or you could also check up the recordings on our website, which is www.harbinger-systems.com. And please do let us know what you would like to hear from us in the future. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed making this for you. Till the next time, stay happy and stay tuned.